we will restore America's promise and we will take back the nation that we love. We love this nation. That's why I'm doing this. I didn't have to be here tonight. I could have been on a beautiful beach somewhere. The sun pouring down on me, the waves, saltwater waves hitting me in the face. I love those properties, but you know what? I love this much more. It's not even a contest. Many people have said if you had it because they treated me terribly, Look, they treated Andrew Jackson, President Andrew, a great general and a good president. They treated him the worst up until me. They treated Abraham Lincoln is considered the second worst. They treated him very, but he was in a civil war in all fairness. I guess that makes sense, right? He had a civil war. But now I think there's no question about the fact that I got treated the worst. Think of it. And it did. I mentioned before. I got treated worse than Alphonse Capone, one of the greatest killers in the world. Scarface. And my father's looking down. Probably he's looking down. But my mother is definitely looking down. My father, a little questionable. No, he was a tough guy, but he was a great guy and a good guy. But we're one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. Under God. We will never give in. We will never give up. We will never back down, and we will never, ever surrender. We're not surrendering. We're there. We're there. You got to get out and vote. We're there. We're actually on the 1 yard line. Let's go get out and vote. Everybody vote, 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 vote. Together we will fight, 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 and we will win, win, win. We're going to win. November 5th will be the most important day in the history of our country. And together we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America healthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you, Georgia. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
God bless you all.
And that was actually live. That was live on the internet and transposed by me in a live fashion as well. That was double live. Got Matrix Markham in the building. He's a straight legend. I don't know what he might be up to, but good morning to you as well, sir. Senor. And perhaps good morning even has multiple meanings here upon this context. I really do enjoy. I don't really maybe I catch him more than probably the most normal of people talking about the rallies. The Donald Trump rallies. I mean, much respect to being able to do it. Be able to do it just like how he does it. It's a freaking machine. And he's at 78 years old. He's a damn machine. I'm watching him dance right now. Right now, I'm watching him dance live. He's got a big old black trench coat. Got a black hat. And I think it might have gold lettering talking about making America great again. It's not the black on black, which is even more serious in the dark MAGA world context. Instead, it's a little bit lighthearted with the silvery text. Matrix Mark says, I've been trying to put the wrong radiator into my mom's car and it's a waste of time. I don't know if that's like, I assume that's a literal thing that's taking place, but also could we consider it somewhat of a metaphor? Where did you get the wrong radiator? Did you get like your radiator? I don't know, but somebody's got to pay for it. I'm pretty sure about that. Someone's got to be held accountable. Pretty sure about that. Matrix Mark said they sent me the wrong one. Let me guess, China. I don't mean to be xenophobic, but I would assume it's China. We'll find out. Thing is, I don't want to just assume that you've been trying to get stuff from China. But Lord knows they'd be trying to give you the good deals for the bullshit that's not even what you wanted, right? I don't know. With that team who got the ladies a popping, all right? We got the ladies a popping. So we're gonna get to the bottom of this here radiator thing. It sounds like an issue. It sounds like your dang mom's car would blow up, and Lord knows we don't want that. Something we got to get the radiator right. He said, "Good old China with the mixed up radiators every time." I'll send it back and buy one here in Australia. Are you serious? I hope that I wasn't exactly right when I said that. I was kind of joking and stuff, but then again, it's like a joke and a estimated educational guess. That's what I did. And I don't know. I might be straight tripping. You might be straight tripping. What the hell are we doing here? I thought I'd start off with the Donald Trump stuff because I just so happened to be listening to that right before I came on. Hey, did you know that there's an election about to happen? I don't know how many people are aware that there's an election taking place, and it may be pretty important. Matrix Mark says my mom's car is a cool 929 with four-wheel steering. Oh, hell yeah. Very hard to find the parts, I bet you. I don't even know what the hell you're even talking about. Gosh, man, it's an embarrassment. And it's shameful on my part. And then I don't exactly know what people are talking about a lot of times when they're talking about certain cars. A cool 929, that might be a little bit older. And that's probably why it's hard to find the parts. But, not knowing too much, I know this and that. Boy, I tell you, you see it all the time. And actually, I saw it, earlier today, and I made a mental note of it. It's just kind of wild to think, it's somewhat reliable, dude. I see cars on the road that are just about as old as I am. And I see it normally, dude. They're always owned by some old person who just like happen to maintain this car for 35 plus some odd years. And I would assume that with time it gets harder and harder to find those parts, but they rig it. They rig it up. There are some riggers out there, some download jive ass riggers out there. I'm pretty sure of it. And they get the job done. Matrix Mark said, yes, let's go back to Trump and the USA election. Well, Trump already got off the stage. He did a little dance. I was very impressed by all of it. Trump and the election. Man, that's just interesting and stuff. Over here, I would have to see him around the world. You're probably feeling the vibes. By the way, check out my damn haircut. I don't got it combed real good, but shit, fancy. Check out that hard part. Yeah, hell yeah. If it did my beard, it's fancy. Just wanted to get that out of the way. Matrix Mark says in 1992. It's getting up there. It's a long, long time ago. Mazda 929, but it does 220 kiloseconds, and you could even stay on the road with the four-wheel steering, and it has less than 100,000 miles. Are you serious? Miles on the clock. I don't know if you dial back the miles and stuff, but 100,000, just that's not too much. Not too much these days. Mitch Mark said I had cool hair. If anybody out there, honestly, out of everybody that I can even think of right now, for Maytre to say I got cool hair, it's an honor. Because I know it's not much hair upon the top of his head, but the hair down at the bottom of his head is certainly legendary. Says gotta look good for the election and the riots. You know what? You know what's wild? And you're actually right exactly on target. I was thinking to myself, because my brain doesn't, I guess my brain does make sense and people can get down to the bottom of it. But I was thinking to myself, I was like, check this out. It's come Tuesday for the rest of the week. You're going to have jabronis out there running around all like surprised by stuff. I already told my mom and everybody else, I was like, dude, they're not. If you think, and they do think, I was like, dude, it's going to be like, and I'm not saying that there's going to be no barbers um, operating next week, like next weekend. I bet you there will be barbers. I bet you my barber will still be operating next week, but I just don't want to risk it. I didn't want to risk it. I figured to myself, by the time next week comes, perhaps I'll have something better to spend my money on and stuff, man. And at that point, maybe I'll talk myself out of getting this nice, sweet haircut. I said, I don't want to risk it. I said, if I'm going into The Walking Dead or whatever it is going to be, I want to at least start off with a good haircut. Lord knows the hair is going to grow, and of course, it's going to get all scraggly. I might look like Tom Hanks from out of Castaway at the end of this. Who's to say? Hopefully not, because I got clippers. I don't think it'll get that bad, but shoot, I can't give myself this professional cut. You know what I'm saying? I got to get it done by the professionals. Well, I'll still feel comfortable to do it, but that's exactly why I did it. That's like, my form of preparation, I think, because really, honestly, I've decided and resigned to is that you can't prepare for this. I mean, you can prepare for it. And you can do so however you want, and it's probably a good idea. But how do you prepare for the chaos? You don't know how it's gonna all play out. So, and I've been mentioning it. It's not a new thing, but um, even today, see, my mom, she's like an old person. A lot of people are getting old, right? And when a lot of people get old, they get at me, they come at me, and they start telling me the same things over and over, like, because they forget that they told me. So again, my mom was like, shoot, man, she's like, dude, I can't even, she's like, I can't even wait. She just said, I can't even wait. And I already knew what she was talking about. I already picked up on the context clues and I started laughing immediately. And then she finished her thought. She said, I just can't wait till Tuesday and this whole thing can be over. This whole thing will be over on Tuesday. Now it's childish. It's naive. Might I even say it's a little adorable that anybody would think that, oh, this all ends on Tuesday. I should appeal for more hair reparations. You're damn right. Damn right. I do believe the Royal Crown owes y'all all sort of reparations down under and up over the top as well. I don't know what kind of process that might be. Probably an arduous one. So yeah, that's what she's talking about, and it does make me wonder: out of the people who have any care for who's the president, out of those many people, how many people really, really do think? She told me it's going to end on Tuesday. There's no way on earth. And I had to tell her, I was like, and it sounds like I'm making it up, but we don't have an election day. If I told people we don't have an election day, they would be like, what? It's like there's no way on earth that they're going to have any sort of results on that day. And I guarantee you they're not going to have it the next day either. I guarantee you past a whole week. They're going to have a whole week of not knowing what the fuck. But even I remember as a child, they did have election days. There's still countries that do still have election days. We don't even have that. We don't have voting machines. And people will be like, what? America does not have voting machines. We don't have an election day. So it's quite confusing to people. We have actually voting systems. And I know I get it. I get what you mean by voting machines, but that's the legal term for it is not voting machines. They're voting systems. Those voting systems should make things more simple and more faster. And in fact, they don't. They do the exact opposite. Gonna be some wild chaos. Wasn't sure if I should wait to get a haircut till next week. It's probably not a good idea. I pushed it forward. All right. All y'all who don't have good haircuts right now, you fucked up. All right. And I don't feel bad for you. Um, I do believe, okay, so I personally believe that it's going to be on the level, and of course, not the same exact sort of thing, but it's going to be on the level of a 9/11. Um, if you know what I'm talking about, the World Trade Center and the planes and the stuff like that. There was a pre 9/11 and a post 9/11. The world was changed dramatically. And I do believe November the 5th is it's not the end. Oh, shoot, I can't wait for the end. That's the very beginning. For all these normies out here, of course, they just been seeing the preview to the movie. They just been watching the preview to the movie for over a year now. And now they're all super tired of it. They're exhausted of it. You only seen the preview. You haven't even started the movie, but they're tired. Matrix Meyer says once they gave the machines the vote, it always going to go wrong. See, and I don't know semantics. I'm not like harping on it myself, but I heard from a pretty smart fella, and he seemed to convince me it's not even machines really, because they're computers. What they are is computers. And on those computers, they got a software on there that can serve the function of whatever, pretending like it's counting your votes. And of course, to a certain extent, I'm sure it does count it. But then perhaps maybe it fudges it. It's a computer. It's not the way he explained. It's not like a voting machine, because a voting machine it would be manual, if you will, or at least semi-automatic. You're talking about a digital computer system. And we're getting into the semantics. Of course, it's going to be all sort of chaos. The same sort of chaos from last time, I would assume. And then more so, even more wild chaos. And it's not good. All right. And I don't see how we're going to get past it necessarily. All right. It's going to be wild shenanigans either way. Because from what I'm seeing, and I mean, this is what I'm seeing, and perhaps other people are assuming so, even from abroad. There is no way Donald Trump's going to win by a freaking landslide, an unbelievable landslide. And because we don't have reasonable people in charge necessarily right now, we have rampant criminals. There's no way that it's going to be expressed. All right. If anything, at the very most, we're going to get a neck and neck race, which is being absolutely manipulated. And it could be such an overwhelming landslide that there's no hiding it. That's possible. But, either way, they got their plan A's, they got their plan B's, their plan C's. In no way do I see, it's nuts. Because it's all like being revealed to us, in the apocalypse. Is I'll be watching these Donald Trump rallies, and I get it. I've been there before as well, talking about that. Oh, these are just promises. These are just things that politicians say, and if they say the right thing, then they're gonna get your vote, and then they're gonna kick you to the curb. I mean, I know that that's been the whole song and dance for as long as I've been alive, but at the same time, Donald Trump be saying some reasonable ass things on these rallies every day, driving them home. Things that I like a lot. Things I really like a lot. And so, best case scenario, I see maybe a too big to rig situation. Of course, Donald Trump has to be put in, has to be let in. And then from there, all sort of wild shenanigans like we never seen before in order to sabotage Donald Trump, in order to sabotage America. Because I think, and I don't know if people abroad would agree with me on this, but I think in a hypothetical, whimsical world, that if we were to implement all these various things that Donald Trump's talking about, and then so on and so forth, say RFK, what he's talking about, America being healthy again, all these things, I think that if we were to implement all these things, what he's talking about, that we would shoot straight to the moon. Because something about America is just like in position to do that. Right? It's like we're the ones who would be able to do that. However, of course, we've been compromised, and all of us been hit with chemicals, and so they say our testes be smaller. I don't even know if that's true. They're like, man, your testes are they're like 50% smaller than than your predecessors, and it's like, hey, dude, what kind of testes were they walking around with? So I want to know, but I don't really want to know that. If that were all to be implemented, I think we'd shoot straight to the moon, and I think that's the point. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, not because Donald Trump's lying, but because we're going to be dealing with all sort of shenanigans at the same time. But then there's also the possibility, and like we were talking about, that Harris, because they're going to cheat. And so they like Harris. And so they might cheat hard enough to put Harris in if that's the case. Either way, we're divided. And I think a lot of people have admitted that here. For those not in America, certainly divided, very much divided, more divided than ever before. All right. But it's not like between the South and the North anymore. It's actually much more complicated. All right. And wild shenanigans. All right. There's plenty of lessons that are being learned and plenty of stuff's being revealed to us. For example, and new videos drop like every single day, it seems. And I hear about them. I'm not checking for them, but I do hear about them from people. These celebrities, more and more. Let me think. Beyonce, if you know who that is, Jay-Z, Usher, Eminem, gosh, man, I know that the list goes on and stuff of losers. Absolutely. The cast of Avengers, like Sexy Red or maybe Cardi B. No, I'm not sure about Cardi B, but all these people so desperately. Harrison Ford, you already know Robert De Niro, and I might as well just name everybody in Hollywood, like 75% everybody in Hollywood. All right, probably. There's plenty of who I probably don't know about, but out of the ones that I do know about, I've seen the videos of their wholehearted endorsements of Kamala, and basically all these people have wild, disgusting, and deplorable blackmail on them. There's no other way. There is no other way because it's like, I mean, it's the stereotype like people been saying about these Hollywood actors. Oh, they're egomaniacal and they fly off the handle and stuff, and they just start thinking that they're the boss of everybody and stuff. That seems to be a stereotype people have shared for quite some time, but can you think, I mean, just even possibly imagine being so damn full of yourself that you had to go out in public and you had to go to rallies and stuff and you gotta talk about nothing. Talk about absolutely nothing. Say that you're running against the white supreme. Say this lady's a person of color. First of all, she ain't black, dude. Y'all are disgusting. It's not black. She's a person of color. That seems but close enough for y'all. I couldn't care any less. Y'all are like, hey, let's make history. What are you afraid of a lady? Yes, I'm afraid of this lady. Dude, I'm so fucking afraid. She seems to be lying about everything like that's possible to lie about as well. Shout out to Candace Owens, really digging down deep. This lady's a disgusting individual and also empty as hell, dude. Like empty. I gave her due and proper. I gave her flowers. I said, Kamala, you can act pretty good. You should be on Law and Order. You can recite some lines and stuff. It's the only thing you do besides the other thing that you do really, really good. But the thing is, you're really getting a little bit too old for that. All right. And you should settle down. All right. So, what the hell were we talking about? An election. Shenanigans. And then the celebrities. It's like, how do you ever go back? For me, I haven't even been watching movies really for a long time now. But how does one go back? And I know a lot of people will go back and love it. But it's like, I can't even look at y'all. Oh, you're talented. Oh, look at these people. They're so pretty. They're so talented. Anybody can do your fucking job, number one. Anybody, if you gave them all the time of the day to do nothing else, could do your job. Oh, you're so attractive. You're not really that attractive, dude. They put you in makeup and all sort of special effects on your face. Anybody could do that. And so, since anybody could do it, they try to fill you out. They try to groom you. They try to get sexual exploitation out of you. If they can do so, then you end up on the fucking cast of Avengers like I give a damn about it. So disgusting, dude. Y'all are so weak. And I don't know if you were to say no, there'd be someone behind you who's just as weak. But it's like y'all are just like, if I were to have sympathy for anybody, it would be y'all. Y'all some garbage. All right. So Matrix Mark says once they gave the machines the vote, it always going to the wrong place. Perhaps it will. But regardless, I don't even know that they're going to have an election, y'all. But let's say that they have an election. Country's going to be mad divided. And they're going to be bickering with each other. And it's going to be shenanigans. And it's going to be a tough situation. And we got Hollywood people out there, and they're even going to find it tough. All right? They might even find themselves on hard times because people want to listen to them, but only retarded people want to listen to them at this point. And so we're entering a new world. And, I don't know what people might want to hear tonight. I got to say, for me, I just been taking it all in. It's especially why I haven't really been doing any content. And y'all feel me out there for people who create any sort of content. Shout out, by the way, I don't know if Matrix still in the building, but man, that music video you just put up, badass. All right. Shoot, in fact, we might go ahead and play it here real quick. It was badass. All right. That's what we're going to need. That's real celebrity status. Not this garbage, this straight, sold out, punk ass nigga garbage that we begin from Hollywood and the like. Let me see if I can pull that up actually. But speaking of all that, I thought we would take it easy a little bit because I've been over here just sitting, not just sitting. I've been doing stuff, but absorbing, right? Kind of like, what do they call it? Introverted absorption of wild nature, whatever is taking place. And to me, it is, I don't know how many people are feeling this vibe, but the world is turning, how it always does. But it's got the vibe to me of a slow, I don't know if you say train wreck or a car wreck or whatever wreck. Devastation, inevitable. Happening in slow motion. That's what I'm experiencing right now. And doing so, it's like, what's really important? I think to myself from time to time, what's really important? Like, shout out to my man, Big Homie. I'm looking at his face right now. He's putting out the word. He's putting out different information that people might not be abreast of. It's pretty damn important, right? I've been seeing him actually all over the dang internet, especially recently. He's been making the rounds. If you didn't know, you better ask somebody. All right, but Big Homie .cc has been getting all over the place, man. And I seen him also recently with the likes of Jaguar Wright, who's taking over the earth. Could talk about that. But it ain't enough time to talk about that. We could talk about wild conspiracies and stuff like that. And the brutal nature of people who are trying to get ultimate control on us right now. But I just feel like there's no time for that. All right. Sometimes it's time to kick it. Sometimes it's time to get loosey goosey. And first of all, I want to start eating not Listen, I'm not gonna rule it out. I still haven't ruled it out. All right. It's not me gonna be personally eating out of the garbage, but I wanna know. I wanna wrap my head around perhaps eating out the garbage. Could save our lives one day. And that's what I want to talk about it. But first, Rich Get Richer. This is by Maitre Mark. I'm gonna see if I can get the good audio on here and stuff. Give you a little taste. Checking out the video right here. Oh yeah. So it seems to be the sentiment for show. Probably all over the place. All sort of different countries talking about taking their country back. You know, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer is definitely like a phrase that's been said since I was little, probably. I've been hearing it. Cannot hear it. Damn it. Oh shit. So you just, oh my God. So I'm just like bobbing my head. I heard it, but I heard it real good. I guess so. It's a technological mistake right there. I don't know. I thought I was hearing it decently, but of course, you know, I could have turned it up, but then it would have been rocking. It would have been rocking and rolling in here, rocking and reeling, Baba Red. And I'm so sorry, man. I thought people could hear it and stuff. It's tough. Can you believe I'm so damn poor that I'm poor minded? And that's really what's the problem. That's what's always been the problem. Or maybe it's not even a problem. Who am I to judge? All right. But if I had the resources to properly display that music video, it'd probably be even better. Probably would have been. I here on StreamYard can't get it done. Right. But I enjoyed myself thoroughly. For everybody who couldn't even hear that damn song, it was good. Might as well go to Maitre Mark's channel and check it out where you can turn the volume up to where you can hear it. But it was a song called Rich Get Richer and the Poor Get Poorer. I'm talking about myself. I'm so damn poor. But it's a mindset, right? And I can't say I blame myself for being poor, but it's certainly my responsibility to not be poor, right? And at the same time, the rich get, I used to kind of scoff at that a little bit. The rich get richer. It's like, well, maybe they're smart. Maybe some smart guys and maybe they deserve to get richer or something like that. In a sense, I suppose that, probably they are kind of smart. But however, the richness, the richness is just off the charts. And I think everybody knows that. Like people are flaunting around millions of dollars and stuff, man. Certain people. And just throwing it around, even like they got plenty. They got plenty of these millions. Don't just blame Elon, right? A lot of people have plenty. They have a lot, all right? And sometimes you might look at it and say, damn, dude, they got these rich people. They got exponentially more and more than they used to have, they might say, these rich people. And that's true. Largely, if you were to take, I don't know, if you were to take my word for it, I'd say it's our damn fault. It's our damn fault because we kind of let it happen. You say, well, these guys are predators and they're financially predating on us, and they're rigging the game and they're greasing the politicians and this and that. Yes, they do. Yes, they have done. All right, but what did we do to stop them? All right, obviously not enough. Got to get creative. I think that's what this time is about, a great reset in order to make us more creative. And there's probably a lot of solutions. All right, over here on this channel, last times we were talking about the problems. All right, because they do need to be addressed. All right. So it's not for nothing. We're talking about the problems, but what about the solutions? That's what we're here for tonight. All right. And we're actually deep into it already. Gosh. But with whatever time we have tonight, we're going to talk about solutions. Solution number one has just walked in a building, actually. And that's amazing. That's amazing timing. I don't know. Y'all let me know if you can even hear this, but we're going to talk about solutions. And solution, of course, number one right now is eating out of the garbage. Eating out of the garbage. And yes, I endorse it for everybody. But here's the thing. Only if you're a badass individual should you be eating out of the garbage, because if you are not, your punk ass probably mess around and die and stuff. You just don't know what the hell you're doing and all sort of stuff. And it does happen because you're a punk ass. You're not a badass. You don't even have to eat out of the dumpster. One time I heard a story about a guy, probably one of these millennials. Maybe it was a story that was made up, never even happened, but however I heard of it, and it makes sense. Sounds about right. One of these millennials, they're out here and they were living the bachelor life. And they got some sort of bowl of spaghetti or something like that, some Chef Boyardee or something like that. And they left it out on the counter, how the story goes, for 3 days. This is how the story goes. After about 3 days, they were like, hey, man, look, nobody's ate this SpaghettiOs. Nobody's ate, like, whatever it is, pasta that he has sitting on the counter. Seems just fine to me. Started eating it up. starting eating up that free spaghetti and stuff, man. That bonus spaghetti. Man, it blew his damn liver up to smithereens. All I know, the guy died. He got sincerely toxified. So that's one of those catch-22s. I want to tell everybody to start eating out of the garbage. Why not? All right, why not? Except that you might die, but that's your damn fault. That's the problem. I don't want to be blamed for this. All right. So Barfine says garbage is great. All right. Make our garbage edible again. That's what I'm talking about. Barfine says nobody does trash like Barfine does trash. And that's true. I'm going to talk about that, man, because I'm sure someone's done this before, actually. I've heard it, but there's a movement that's growing and it should grow. All right. And one day, I swear, dude, who's saving it for our lifetime? But if we were to go to new heights, people talk about making America great again. America would be great. You'll know when America's great when we're just throwing out all sort of great food, and we are kind of throwing out pretty good food, and it's ending up in the garbage, and we should eat it. But I imagine one day, like I'm freaking Martin Luther King, one day our sons and our daughters will join hands and run to the dumpster, get out all the free food that they want, even though it's still good, even though they could buy it. They'll have all the money to go buy it in the store. It doesn't even matter. Go out to the dumpster and get it for free. Take your money, spend it on whatever else you want. Making America great again. All right, so Barfi says, I just got free plates and bowls, dude. Not only food, but stuff to even put the food on for free. Can you even imagine?
When you need to remember newly confirmed.
Some sort of advertisement. I'm gonna turn it down, but could you even imagine a world where dude, we got dumpsters just filled up with fantastic, delicious, hot and ready food. That's the America I dream of. So hold on, let's see what's going on. Right now I'm on a video. See, I'm trying to get the technique down, trying to get the strategy down. We got a Bart Fine. You can find it on Bart the Garbage Man here on YouTube. All right, dumpster diving for free food, and it's unlimited, free unlimited food. Not only that, but the damn plates and the cups to put it in and shit, man. Everything's for free. It's gonna help the economy right now on a personal level because you could take whatever funds that you were gonna spend on food, spend them on something else, right? Something very necessary, something key and crucial. So right now we're just waiting. Actually, it's a process. Sometimes it takes 3 to 4 minutes. Here, I'm gonna skip forward to see what the hell we got up in our bounty. Hold on, I'm gonna skip a little bit forward to see what the hell we got. Dumpster diving for unlimited food. Not only that, basketballs. All right, umbrellas. I forget what else. There was cat food in there and stuff. Now you got to get some cats. Or if I might already have a cat, and if so, I lost a little bit of respect for him, but that's all right because at least he has cat food now. All right, let's see what the hell we got, dude. We gotta wait till the very damn end. What the hell? Where's the food at?
I'm gonna show you what I got here. I have latte, 5 iced coffees, lemon bars, chili sour snacks. See, we're bullshit.
Yeah. All right, so I don't know if you heard that pretty good. I try to get it loud, but not, disturbingly loud. All right, people might get the wrong idea. Okay, so I tried to make that loud enough. Free food, get some free goodies. I don't know. I don't have really time to like monitor the comment section of my man Bart, Bart the Garbage Man here on YouTube. He's taking that momentum. It's like a garbage momentum and stuff. The other day, I don't know how long it's gonna last, but there's some sort of garbage momentum in which now we're calling each other garbage. Because God, it sounds retarded, but I'm gonna go ahead and because a lot of people know, but Tony Hinchcliffe called Puerto Rico some garbage, all right? Everybody in Puerto Rico, and it was a joke. And then after that, Joe Biden called every American some garbage. That's how the story goes. And then people were like, "Oh yeah, we are some garbage. How about that? Maybe we are the garbage and stuff." And Donald Trump was driving a garbage truck. And more or less, it's like there's nothing new under the sun because that's basically the nigga word. All right. Right. It's like because the nigga word was like, oh, that means you're some garbage and stuff. They took it to themselves and said, maybe we are some nigger words. Maybe we are some nigger words, and only we could say the nigger words now and stuff. It's like, so now we took garbage and we're like, oh, yeah, now we're garbage. So you shut the fuck up. We're garbage and stuff, dude. Can't take that away from us. We eat out the garbage. All right. And that's going to be a solution. I know for at least more than one person, finding the nearest dumpsters in your local area is going to be a straight solution. All right. For right now, a temporary solution.
Hey, y'all, just
We got free milk and free yogurt.
It's not even expired. November 29th, 2024. I got some yogurt. That's it.
All right. So we're gonna catch one more. So we got some Go-Gurt and we got some milk. You got to be very careful with that sort of stuff.
Several months to do it.
What the hell kind of stuff is this?
2024 in the
All right.
Hey, y'all, I just went to the dumpster, got some.
You two's trying to get us sidetracked. All right, but we want to finish off strong. So I'm gonna pick a good one right here. Came across some snickerdoodles, and in fact, I got some snickerdoodles coming my way.
Hey,
I'm
y'all,
pretty sure of it.
Again, look what I found in the dumpster. Now look at the snickerdoodles. I wouldn't eat these, but since they're free, these. Let's find the date. Yeah, October 24th. This doesn't expire for 3 more weeks, but they threw it away. And look at this. I found this. Again, y'all, I'm not BSing you. I didn't buy this. I got this at the dumpster. Let's see. What does this say? September 12th. Okay, that's still good. Okay.
Yeah.
I got it. I got this little thing here. I got.
All right, so we're learning the ropes. We're gonna get up out of here, but definitely things to clean. You might want to get one of those claws. You know those little claws you can get it from a hardware store, where it's like you pull the trigger and then it like does a claw action weight on a big stick and stuff. Man, I got one of those. And you might need some. All right, that's to help you get down to the bottom of the dumpster and get it. And grab it so you don't have to jump into the damn dumpster. All right, it's from out of nowhere, but the other day I was reading about some lady from Spain, and you could Google it. This lady, she was a little lady, and she was kind of young. She's kind of a young lady, and she had gone out with her friends. Let this be a lesson to y'all, all right? I'm gonna get up out of here pretty soon. We got to get some good rest. But this lady, she's out with her good friends, this lady, right? And then she apparently got so drunk, she got very drunk. There was like a witness in a store that's not too far away from a dumpster. And they said she came in quite inebriated. And she was trying to buy potato chips. I don't know if she did. Some sort of chips, some sort of bag of chips. and maybe she did, but later on, they said, in her stumbling around over there in Spain, they said that this lady had somehow managed to drop her phone, something that had gone into the dumpster, and she was like trying to find it or something, drops her phone in the dumpster, and then she jumps into the dumpster. So she's looking for her phone and stuff, highly inebriated. They say that she passed out while she was in the dumpster. And then the garbage man came around and picked her up, just like how Barfine tried to warn that man. They said that the garbage man came by, picked her up, put her in the dumpster, crushed her to death. All right, and then she was promptly incinerated. So you can fuck up. You might want to get a claw. You might not want to be totally inebriated to the point of passing out inside a dumpster. And where are your friends? Were they really your friends? And I do mean it, right? That's a lesson to be learned. We'll get up out of here. But another story that I hadn't heard of today. I forget what's her name. That's why it's like, man, I forget what's all these people's names. All these people, some will go missing, right? Suzanne Simpson. Shout out to Suzanne. By the way, still missing. Nobody knows where the heck she's at. And it's been more than 3 weeks now, right? It's no good. But a young lady, and it was said that she was 15 years old. I was just listening to this story earlier today. And this young lady, she was 15 years old. It said that they said that she had got abducted, put into sex trafficking. Abducted, and I forget what's exactly. It was some sort of sporting event, and I should have probably marked it down, but I didn't. She was at some sort of sporting event, and what she had did is she had gone to the concessions, and while they're stumbling around doing this and that, she wound up talking to a fella. And she was asking a fella if he knew where to find some reefer to smoke it. And it's not exactly a dumpster story, but it's a little bit similar in that this lady, according to the story, 15 years old, little girl, she gets abducted. They got the reefer, and who knows, maybe they put something else in the reefer. He used to say. She gets abducted and she gets sexually trafficked, all right, for some time until they wound up finding her. And thank God they found her. They brought her back home. She's apparently getting a second chance now and stuff, but it just seemed to me outlandish. And thank God for this reset, right? The reset we're about to go through, it's going to start this next week. Thank God for it. It might kill me, it might kill a lot of people. But it's just something we're going to have to deal with. And in the meantime, it's like, dude, we never should have been operating this way. You let your daughter go to the concession stand, and you were just like hoping that she wouldn't disappear. And unfortunately, this is not like the time and the place to be fucking operating that way, you son of a bitch. The thing is, I don't mean to get all on your case. You know, y'all are the victims and stuff like that. Yeah, it's like you should be watching after your 15-year-old daughter so that she doesn't get snatched up. You say, well, she's just going to the concession stand. Obviously, that's too fucking much. I don't know whose daughter this was in Spain, falling asleep inside the dumpster. That's not what you do with it. Barfine will tell you all about how you're not supposed to sleep in the dumpster. That's for getting food out of, you son of a bitch. Just jumping in there, falling asleep, getting crushed and incinerated. It's not good for you. But then again, you know, ladies don't know what's good for them. And the same goes for men, too. A lot of these young men, they need more guidance. But these ladies need an escort wherever they go. All right. They need to be on the buddy system. In fact, you need to have a male, an older male watching you go to the concession stand. You're not to be trusted by yourself there. You're going to get snatched up. Oh, I'm a misogynist, they say. You shouldn't even be allowed to vote. I shouldn't even be allowed to vote. Oh, I'm a misogynist, they say. We'll see. We'll see after this great reset, all right? So shout out to Barfine, shout out to Maitre Mark. So you can't say garbage unless you are garbage. Yeah, you don't call us white trash. We call ourselves white trash, you son of a bitch. You stupid nigga. I don't know. I don't know what the hell we're aiming for. But anything goes. Everybody can say the nigga word, but don't you dare call us garbage, you son of a bitch. Because we're coming for that ass. And we got all sort of plenty of baby oil fixing to give you the oosh-gosh muash. All right, some of that oosh-gosh muap, the smoosh-smash. All right, we're gonna teach you how to be famous. All right, just let daddy show you how to be famous. Everything goes after this here reset. All right, I'll holler at y'all. We gotta get some rest. You know, gotta be well rested for the reset. Total chaos and malarkey all over your face. All right, and it ain't gonna be no stopping it. Just gallons and gallons of it all over your face and stuff. Don't even try to stop it. All right, just let it happen. Let it all out. Just please let it all out. And don't run from me. Don't you fucking run from me, all right? That's all I gotta say. Anyways, November the whatever. I don't even care anymore. 2020, 24, and I'll holler at y'all a little bit later.